Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to Unmorphed. So, this is a little bit different, isn't it? Unmorphed, some of you may remember me talking about it or mentioning it. I don't know if I ever mentioned it on Twitter. It's something that I've had in the works for a little bit more than exactly a year, and the reason I say that is because I did actually try to do this project once before, and that was exactly this time last year. I decided to start the Unmorphed vlogs with what I'm doing today, which I'll get to in a moment. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to Unmorphed. And I recorded the footage and everything, but then I decided to try to record... Hello? Squealer. Yeah? I know. What I decided to do was basically make this a weekly vlog that would contain footage from every day. And that just got to be way too much because I kept recording each day and I was never even making the original vlogs. And it just built up and built up and built up, and that was already stressful with other things that were behind on my channel. Now the time has come where this event, that again I'm about to get to, although you might see it in the title, this event has come up once again, and I'm deciding to try this once again, but just more as event vlogs and like snippets of my life now and then. Unmorphed, of course, is a look at the Orange Ranger, me, when I am unmorphed, when I'm just in my normal everyday life. And we are starting with MomoCon 2018. That is the event I was referencing. I tried to start these vlogs with MomoCon 2017, but I never got those vlogs done. And so now we're gonna give this another shot. I am packed up. I have to run a couple of errands first. But then we're going to get on the road, get to Atlanta. The convention does not actually start until tomorrow. I just wanted a full day to get into town and get things going. For the record, I live in Quitman, Georgia. MomoCon is in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's about 5 hours. And so I have a pretty long trip to get to, so I better get on the road, shall I? Alrighty, I have made it to Sport Clips, and it is time to do something about this hair. Look at this. I'm going to take off my glasses for a second and show you guys, just like if I just bring it down, getting way too close to my eyes. You see this kind of craziness? So I think it's time to do something about that. Let me take my glasses back off. Ready? We have reached the first stop on this magical mystery tour. You can't really see the whole sign. This is Magnolia Plantation in the town of El Dorado, Georgia. That's one word instead of two. You can see kind of on the water tower up there. Trust me, it's Magnolia Plantation. It is a gas station, as you can see, but also a big shop, kind of touristy. We're just off of 75. You can see over there. So I'm gonna head inside, use the restroom, maybe see if I can get a drink, and get back on the road. Alright, well, after fooling around with my phone far too long, since it is not designed to be a vlogging camera, it overheats, the storage was confused. I did get a drink. I also got a good-looking little pretzel rod, which is broken, but that's fine. And it wasn't even $3, so... Now we're getting on the road for real. Okay, I think we're set now. It's funny that it cut out on me right as I was literally saying it's not the best for vlogging. I probably need to look into getting a real vlog camera if I'm going to do this. It overheated. I'm trying to charge it because its battery's kind of low, but when it charges, the battery gets hot, so it makes it hard for it to do other things at the same time. I literally held it up to the air conditioner, and I think it should be good for now. Yes, you will notice I am moving, but you will also notice, you can't see, this is my other hand, this is this hand, 2 hands on the wheel, I have the phone mounted, hands-free, that's how you do it on the road. Don't be holding your phone trying to vlog yourself and drive at the same time. you while I was on the road. I will not look at you folks all that often when I'm doing this. And that's the way that is. Anyway, I was saying that Magnolia Plantation is only about 30 minutes north of the house. Just kind of the very first pit stop, just kind of the, okay, we're going now, let's get a drink and let's get really rolling here. My goal after it is always to go 100 miles to around exit 155, because Magnolia Plantation is exit 55. So that's my goal, to go 100 miles before I stop again. We'll see, you know. My schedule, as far as when I was wanting to get to Atlanta, is already so shot that I'm kind of just, you know, like I think I mentioned, although that clip may have been accidentally deleted in trying to move storage, the convention, MomoCon, starts tomorrow. I decided to leave today and set it up to leave today, kind of mostly for this reason, to allow for stuff to happen as I was traveling, and to just not be stressed out about, you know, making it before the convention actually begins. You know, so I have the rest of the night to settle in, and then the next day I can focus on having fun at the con. So that is what I intend to do. I am looking at getting into Atlanta probably sometime around 6:30 or 7, frustratingly, but that's the way it goes. I say frustratingly because my original intention was to get to Atlanta around 3. I even had the idea of possibly finding something to do tonight, but getting in at 7, I'll probably just want to settle into the hotel room, grab some dinner, if not have something delivered, and plan out what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and go from there. The good news is that as far as the convention, actually, MomoCon has itself set up on a 4-day schedule. And usually, in most cases, the first day of a con and the last day of a con will allow for people getting in to town that day. So the panels tomorrow, I want to say, I can guarantee you they don't start before noon, and I want to say they start at like 4 and run through the rest of the night. So I'll be able to sleep in tomorrow, or I can get up early, because my sleep schedule is basically set to my work schedule right now, and that is that I get up around 7 o'clock in the morning, and I usually go to bed around midnight. So I might be up pretty early, so I may find something to do around the area where I'm staying, which is North Atlanta. I'm actually basically right at the spot where the Beltway, and I want to say that's 75, you see here on the map, intersect. So I just like the very top of the circle of Atlanta. Alrighty, I'm gonna let the phone charge a little bit and drive. Always know I'm getting into North Georgia when I get into these hills. Oh, look at that billboard. Be the Ninth. Arena football is back in Macon. The Georgia Doom. They hiring? Honest to goodness, I would love to see if they're hiring. I'll have to remember that when I watch this back. Traffic is starting to pick up, which is unfortunate, right at about exit 156. And I am going to make a stop here, in fact, because this is where I'm getting on to 475, bypassing Macon. And I know there's, I think about...
In half a mile, use the left 3 lanes to take exit 156 for I-475 north to Atlanta.
Thank you, Google. I'm pretty sure there's a rest stop about 8 miles down 475, so I'm going to take that.
Use the left 3 lanes to take exit 156.
Thank you, Google. But I did make a couple stops in
Continue for 16 miles.
Shut up! I am back on the road, officially full out driving now until about 8 miles down this road, and I'm going to take a rest stop It's something of a tradition. Like, I remember vlogging at this rest stop last year. I obviously didn't use those vlogs, so it's not a tradition for you, but it is a tradition for me. I'm pretty sure all 3 times. This is my 4th MomoCon. The first one I went with someone else. I don't remember how we went, but both the times I've gone and other times I've gone to Atlanta, I've stopped at this rest stop. So I'm going to. Up ahead of me, you see the Gog and Magog of jet skis. That's a Go Busters reference, kids. That's becoming Beast Morpher, so you better learn about it. Okay, I'll talk to you guys at the rest stop. It's closed. There was a big old barricade in front of the, or sitting on the road in. Fortunately, I didn't pull onto that road. I saw it in time, which I think is kind of the point. That sucks.
Traffic is getting worse. You are still on the fastest route. You will now arrive at 6:49 p.m.
See, the first time it told me about that, it was 6:33. So that's already shifted 16 minutes further backwards. Just passing a sign, by the way, that says Atlanta is 74 miles away. By the way, it said 6:49. It is 4:37. To make it back to South Georgia without having purchased a camera for vlogging, it will be an amazingly surprising show of restraint, as I let you see. Top of my head. It overheated again. As I was saying, an hour and 22 minutes. Less now. 2 hours and 22 minutes. Now about 2 hours and 5 minutes. It was kind of interesting timing because just as I was trying to get the camera running again, we hit a pretty significant rainstorm again, so it was good for me to completely focus on driving. Now we seem to be back out of it for the most part, so it's safer. Long story short, I've got about 2 more hours. I think I am going to try to pick somewhere to stop, because again, I would have stopped at the rest stop at mile marker 8 on 475. That was not possible this time around, so I will let you know when I stop. And suddenly, we're here in the hotel room. It was really challenging for me to vlog in the car between the battery getting too hot from charging and it getting too hot from recording video. Like I said, this phone is not really designed to be a vlogging camera. So, I got in about 7-ish, I think a little earlier. Took a shower, as you can see, changed clothes. Settled in for a bit, unpacked a bit. Not entirely. Not entirely, as you can see. I'm actually now going to go meet a friend of mine who I've only talked to online thus far. Gonna hang out with her and her roommates. Not sure what we're gonna do, but we'll see. Should be fun. Then I'm gonna come back to the hotel here. Eat something, depending on whether or not we eat there. And then do some con planning for tomorrow. So, catch you on the flip side. Probably won't vlog there, because, you know.